Hi, hello, this is Jules the Human here, and welcome to Gaming Gone Weird, a show all about the interesting, weird, funny, but very real news that is going on in the gaming world. I'm one of your hosts, Jules the Human, and we are coming in at episode 14, and this is kind of a companion piece to what we did last week. Last week, we gave her the Game Awards predictions because the Game Awards was on Thursday, and we have a lot of opinions that we need to get into for sure. But I am not here alone. Going on this journey through what happened at the Game Awards, my beautiful co-host Cresta Starr. Cresta, how are you doing? And how was your day so far?
Even though I'm full of energy, underneath it, there's a little gremlin who's ready to go to bed.
Me too. Or probably play some WoW and dive deeper into that. I'm sorry.
WoW's gotcha, girl. That's how it starts. They gotcha, gal.
I saw the drag. I can't even get a dragon yet. I saw the dragons. I mean, I'm not even level 20. It's a free trial.
Okay, wait a minute. So this is your first foray into World of Warcraft?
That's what I'm saying. I've never played before. I've played Final Fantasy 14, like I talked about. I kind of got back into that, but I was like, I saw the dragons and I was watching more streams and I was like, okay, that looks really pretty. And like, I don't know. Me and my friend, me and my other co-host with Matt, I killed a bear, a big old bear, I killed a dragon, and I was like, this is cool. So whatever. I'm like level 10.
The
11.
real question is, are you Horde or Alliance?
I'm Horde.
All righty, gotta go.
I don't know. They look cool. I'm sorry. I failed.
Everyone says that's like Horde or Alliance. Well, the Horde looks cool. Okay.
For the Horde.
Alliance for life. For life.
We are not going to dive into the new WoW expansion. We did that last week, but we are going to get into some Game Awards stuff. But if you want your opinions, send over your opinions because we're going to be talking mostly the Game Awards throughout the whole show. Send us your super chats, send us your KYN chats. You can do that at kynchat.com. You can send us anything and help out the show and get your opinions read on the show here right now. But super chats are welcome. We'll read your comments, questions, and stuff, but give us your Game Award thoughts. But that leads into our question of the day. Cresta, what is the question of the day?
Let me go ahead and say that there was a lot to enjoy about the Game Awards. So our question of the day is, what was your favorite moment from the Game Awards 2022? Now, this could be a meme answer, which I think I know what everyone's meme answer is. I swear. Or it could be like, well, one of my favorite games won, or a game I didn't expect to win a category did. Whatever your favorite Game Awards from 2022, whatever that your favorite moment that was, go ahead, drop us a like. Not a like, Jesus, I've lost the ability to speak. Go ahead and chat live. Leave us a comment on YouTube if you're watching later on. We can't wait to hear what you guys have to say. Jules, what was your favorite moment?
Before that, Kaylee has an important comment here. Cresta's makeup look gorgeous. That's what I said before we got started. I was like, yo, okay, here we go.
I appreciate
we got some comments here coming on in, but I think my favorite was either Al Pacino, and we'll get into it, or it has to be the announcement of Hades 2. Hades is fantastic. I love Hades, and they did a ton of world premiere stuff on this show, which is they did more time on world premiere stuff than the actual awards, which is kind of wild.
And it's crazy because show a lot of the categories that we were like, I don't know these people, they did the awards on the pre-show, which I'm like, okay, that's cool. You try to, like with wrestling, you have a match on the pre-show to get people into watching, but there were so many world premieres. I feel like there were only 10 awards given out on that whole show.
I was like, they need to get to an award or something, right? This is an award show. Yeah, they did like all the esports awards. That one girl with like the really crazy dress that looked really nice. She did like 5 rapid fire, like esports. I was like, okay, we're just giving it away on the pre-show. Okay, we're gonna talk about it. But my favorite was Hades 2 or Judas. It's a world premiere game by the people that made BioShock. I really like BioShock. That looked insane. That looked very close to BioShock. I don't know if it's connected or anything.
I thought it was like a prequel sequel to BioShock, and I've never played BioShock, but I do like the art style and the storyline. It's really cool. It's neat.
What was your favorite moment from the Game Awards?
I have to tell you, it was kind of hard for me to watch the Game Awards because the Game Awards came on the same night that I do the post Impact show. So
Oh
I
yeah,
had to watch
yeah.
that. So I got to experience Christopher Judge's opening speech. Now, I notoriously take long to do my makeup. By the time I had finished putting on both my eyelashes, I don't even have them on today, but I had did false eyelashes. This man was still talking. I was like, oh my God. At this point, it was a meme, but I also did enjoy a lot of the world premieres. So, Christopher Judge, he could do no wrong. And that Jerry Curl, come on now. Come on.
We're going to be talking about it the entire show, but get your thoughts in. Let us know. Send us super chats or KYN chat to get your comments or question read on the show, and that would greatly appreciate it. We would greatly appreciate it. But first, we got to talk about some interesting news a little bit. Not too many news things other than the stuff at the Game Awards, but this was just a funny little a little TikTok. You have a Nintendo Switch, right? And
Yes.
do you play handheld?
I do both. I'm ambidextrous.
Oh. Well, how about playing a Nintendo Switch like this, where you have your
Mama garbage.
you got your hand. is there a screen too big? I mean, come on. You wouldn't play it like that?
Oh, I absolutely would. I'm a meme lord. That is 4,000% for the meme, bruh. I got 3 monitors, and now I'm like, wait, can
you do that? Yeah. It was just going around on TikTok, and everybody was like, it was a viral TikTok with the Nintendo Switch. But I thought about it, and I was like, how big is too big for a screen? Because we've talked about the PSP before. You know, the Nintendo DS is a good screen. Is the Nintendo Switch a good screen size, or could it get bigger?
It could go, in my opinion, a little bit bigger this way. I understand you want to keep it vertical. You want to keep it small and compact because at some point it becomes a mini TV, and it's like, remember, if you remember, if you were a Ute in the 90s, they had the CD comp players where you put your little CD in or your whatever movie, and it had like a little screen. Yeah, and like we don't want to do that again because that was bulky and heavy, whatever. So with this, I'm like, it could be a bigger screen, but at that point, it's like, you're clowning. You clowning. You that's funny. That's funny. That's something you do when you have your friends come over and you have a challenge night. So it's like, okay, we're all playing Donkey Kong. Oh, we're playing Mario Kart Racing.
Oh, there he goes. And then one person has to use the TV. Yeah.
No, everyone gets the 27-inch. Good luck.
All right, everybody, bring your TVs over. We're all playing some Mario Kart.
I got the mods for you guys on the bed. Just click it in. You did this, Nintendo.
Oh my God. But how big is too big for a screen, Nintendo Switch screen? Let us know. Send us super chat or KYN chat. But one more news item before we get into all the gaming awards stuff. There is a new Valorant and League lounge in South Korea, Incheon Airport. Now, are you a fan of flying at all? I don't even know.
I'm afraid of heights, but I will do it. Like, I just went to California like 2 months ago. I will get on a plane. I will get on a plane because to quote Alanis Morissette, as the plane crashed down, he thought, "Isn't this nice? If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen." I'm desensitized. I live in New York. I'm desensitized.
Does it make you like anxious? Does it make you like tense a little bit? Because here at the Riot Lounge, you could chill out by playing some League of Legends.
How is that relaxing, Riot?
You could relax at the airport in the Valorant and League Lounge. They have a bunch of PCs set up there, so you can play while you're waiting for your airplane. Come on.
So if I'm in a ranked game and now my flight got bumped up.
Oh, true.
Listen, I'm already a salty little woman playing League of Legends. You want me to get on before a flight? After I done lost 5 ARAMs in a row? Yeah. No way.
You're losing a ranked game, and then you're like, and then you're like, oh, flight got moved to 2 hours from now. And you're like, oh, it's the worst. Yeah.
Or the worst, like I said, you're in a ranked, your flight is boarded, you gotta leave the game, and then you get on your flight, you come back, you touch down, you're banned.
Oh, true. Yeah, you'll be banned if you leave. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it looks nice. It's
It's
pretty.
cute, but at the same time, as
They
an
don't have
avid League of Legends player, I don't want to get mad before my flight, man.
they don't have the games that are most conducive for relaxing time.
Not
They're
at all.
billing this as Valorant, which is very intense as well. League, which is very intense comp games for both of these games. And they're like, just chill out in our lounge, next to a bunch of characters, Jet and who's the other one with the tails, the nine tails?
Oh, Ari.
Ari, yeah. Just chill out with them.
The
Um,
Ninetales Fox, Boruto Shippuden. I'm kidding. I've
no.
never seen an episode of Boruto, and I'm a professional.
Boruto?
Boruto, his son, Burrito, Burrito Shippuden.
Burrito. Oh no.
It's a new crossover.
Glad this is a gaming podcast. But would you be able to hang out there in the lounge in South Korea? Let us know. Send us a super chat or a KYN chat. What you think about it? It looks really cute. Looks pretty dope.
I would still do it. I would still do
Yeah.
it.
I would the chairs didn't look the most comfortable though. It was just kind of like flat chair. So I don't know. I want a lounge to have like couches and like a lazy boy and then just okay, if you're chilling in a lazy boy and playing League of Legends, I think that's how I want to do it in a lounge.
I feel the carpal tunnel because if I'm leaning back, this is my hands trying to.
Yeah. So let's get into it because there's a lot to talk about. And let's kind of hit it off with the main thing that happened. The main meme
There's
thing
two
that
big
happened.
memes. It was
There's
a
two big
sandwich
memes.
meme.
It was at the beginning and the end. There was a lot of good stuff in the middle, but in the beginning and the end, at the end, something happened, and I didn't know what it was. And I was watching it live, and I was like, What happened? What is this about?" So we're kind of gonna. Do we give it away that who won Game of the Year? Game of the Year.
I feel like we'll talk about it later, but I feel like come on, we know why we're here.
Elden Ring won Game of the Year. They were up, and if you didn't watch it, they were up accepting their speech. There was about 4 people, and then there was one younger person there. And I thought my first initial thoughts were that maybe it was somebody's son, and they wanted to have the moment with them. And I was like, okay, this is his son. Cool, have him up on stage. Cool, I've seen that before. And they were giving their speech, and this kid was just kind of being a little weird. I have some video here while I talk about it. He was being a little weird. He's there on the right. He doesn't really know what's going on. That's why I thought he was somebody's son. I was like, okay, this is cool, whatever. And they're giving their speech. It's kind of long because it's the last one of the night, game of the year. And then this kid proceeds at the end to just take the mic and say, right here. And everybody's like, what's going on? Okay. And then swiftly some security come by and say, no, you're coming with us. And Jeff just looks, I don't know, what's this look here, Cresta? He's just like, all right.
That's the look of all of my security is now fired.
Yeah. Oh, true. Yeah. We'll talk about that because that's a big portion of it. But what he said, I'm not going to name the kid. He was a 15-year-old. Who cares?
15,
whatever.
baby.
He says, I think I want to nominate this award to my Reformed Orthodox Rabbi, Bill Clinton. Thank you. So let's get into his story a little bit. He's 15 years old. I'm not going to name his name. Who cares? Whatever. But like he was on press with a bunch of people the next day. A lot of people were calling him and trying to get a story. And it was just, he's just a memester. Like literally it was nothing.
Yikes.
There's nothing there. And he just wanted to do it. And he was able to, and he had a lot of confidence. He walked up there with him, and he got arrested that night. And okay, before we get into like the bad part, what do you think about this kid just going up there? What? Just to say something? What is that?
If trolling is an art, let me start there. And if you're gonna troll for blood or troll for a good reason, you manage to confidence yourself onto that stage. At least have a message. Say something like, support so-and-so, free my homie so-and-so, Don't be a dick to so and so. But you got up there and decided to be a meme lord, and it wasn't even funny. Now you 15, arrested, probably on a watch list, and people are gonna get you clicks and views for the next week. That's problem number one. You're so young, sweetie. So young. And listen, when you live to be almost 3 millennia years old, like myself, you know what I mean? I've seen some award shows. I remember when Will Ferrell was at an MTV Music Awards, he was, I don't know, he was on something, but he was saying, I was raging against the machine. Security had to bring him down. And it's like, bruh, again, it's like, not to say that what Will Ferrell, sorry, not to say that what he did was right, but at least he had a message. You up here to say some memey stuff that has nothing to do with anything, especially with the way that the world is now. And also let Elden Ring have their shine. You took away from a moment from literally, we've done 14 episodes of this, and I think we've covered Elden Ring on damn near 80%, because we did do a Pokemon episode and a God of War episode.
Yeah.
So it's like you took away from these guys who've had people playing this game with the saxophone, with their hands, with their feet, with their tongues, putting things for what should say my reformed Rabbi Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton memes are late. They aren't funny anymore. The last time Bill Clinton was a relevant meme was when he was on Arsenio Hall with his saxophone. And now all of this just to be on a watch list. How do you feel with that haircut? Girl, your mom said thank you. I'm done. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut a promo on that, child. Because it's like, for what? Like, you did that for what? For what? That was a waste.
Yeah, a lot of people were like, is this some sort of religious thing because of the whole Kanye, all that stuff? Is this some sort of like thing there? And they were trying to tie something there, and he was talking to a lot of people, and everybody was just like, I read a bunch of articles, and they're like, this was just a bad meme for no reason. He had nothing, he had no message. It was just kind of, he even said he was like, no, I think he said he was Jewish in one of the articles I read. He was like, no, I just wanted to do it. I don't know, that's it. And it was like, what? And we're, like you said, you're gonna get clicks and stuff for a week. I think we're the last people to talk about it. I think it even last a week. I think it was like 2 days. I think we're like, okay, after this we're done, it's over. And it was just kind of like a waste. And okay,
you're in trouble for years for free, pretty much. For free.
Yeah. Let's talk about we're gonna move on to other stuff, but let's talk about what we were talking about earlier about the security thing. Somebody mentioned while we were watching it, like, I didn't even think about it. I know it was dumb and silly and stupid, whatever, but I didn't even think about how much worse it could have been.
True.
For anybody. Especially like how I rewinded it and I looked at all the pixels and I found where he just walked up from the middle, and you just see him coming in and joining the group with confidence. And it's like, that could have been anybody. They could have had anything, could have done something crazier on live TV or live show with millions of people watching.
That's what I was thinking, because unfortunately, listen, gaming gone weird. We try to keep it lighthearted and weird, but there are people who are weird on the awful part of the spectrum. We could have witnessed something horrible, horrifying. I can assure you now the Game Awards are no longer open to the public. That's party done. Party done. Party
yeah.
Party is done. Thanks, buddy. But also security, like that. There has to be a better way. Come on now. At least when Lil Mama crashed the stage with Jay-Z, you knew that was Lil Mama. Like, come on now. Like, oh boy, he really could have been crazy. Like, let me not say crazy. I think that's disparaging to people. Sure. You know what I mean? But like, he really could have been on one. He could have been ready to do something horrible. And by the time they would have cut the feed, we have already seen too much. And that would have been a hot mess for a plethora of reasons. So your chief of security is getting, if he hasn't got his ass chewed out already, he's fired. Everyone who was supposed to be securing that stage is fired. How can he just walk? How can he step?
I think the good part about this though is that we know it's going to be different going forward, and there's going to probably be more security or something, like you said, even probably not open to the public anymore, which kind of sucks. So you're going to have to be part of press or something like that. But the good part is that it'll be better soon, and that this didn't escalate to something that was really bad. So this being the first, I'll take a bad meme as the first offense, if this changes everything going forward. But that's sort of how the Game Award ends. If you have any comments about that particular event, let us know. Send us a super chat or a
Mhm.
KYN chat to get your comment read on the show. But let's get into the the beginning of the show here. We had
Yeah.
uh the first, hold on, I can hear something. Do I have myself open in the back?
Is your house haunted? Woo.
Maybe. I don't know
Woo.
if you have us open or not.
I
But
do have us open, but I quickly muted that site that is youtube.com.
oh, okay, okay. But at the beginning we had our first look at Al Pacino. We had Al Pacino in, what was he doing there? It was kind of wild. He was the first thing that we saw in the Game Awards, and he announced Chris Judge as the winner.
I'm sorry to be to laugh because this is reminding me of this whole segment from him announcing it to Christopher Judge accepting it was peak. I don't know how to describe it besides peak. It was peak. It was peak. That was the meme. That's what you should have at the end of the show. You should have memed.
Yeah. Jeff was like, and let's start the show. We have Al Pacino announcing the whole thing. I was like, Al Pacino, what is he doing here?
I mean, low key, that's a flex. That's Al Pacino.
Oh yeah, I mean that's a flex for sure that Jeff was in talks with him. But did you know about the Steam Deck sale, the Steam Deck giveaway?
Yes, because I was sitting in that chat as I saw user 8973402 win 400 times, crash, nobody won it, and then MILF Hunter won.
Oh yeah, MILF Hunter. That was a meme on Twitter. Oh my god, the Twitter memes were insane. But yeah, Al Pacino and Chris Judge single-handedly gave away a ton of Steam Decks because Al Pacino didn't know what was going on. He didn't know where he was. But that's cool. We love him there. He was just he
Come
was
on,
vibing.
confused uncle.
Confused there, and then leading in having that be the first thing, and then leading into what we saw later with Chris Judge right after that. So Chris Judge is the first winner at the Game Awards. And can we talk about the fit? I want to hear your thoughts about what this man was wearing, because sheesh.
I like gold. That's all I can think of. Listen, I respect it. That man's voice is silky, Nutella,
Yeah.
whipped cream, churned butter. So I'm gonna start with the pros. I too would have been geeking out if I was an actor and Al Pacino
Yeah.
introduced me. I would mech lose it too. That being said, cut the crap. Cut the cameras, dead ass.
So
Cut the cameras.
if you don't know what happened, Al Pacino probably takes up 2 or 3 minutes to just announce that he's there, and he's just looking around at people.
He
And
said
then
I said I can't see the teleprompter. And at
yeah,
that point, I was like, this is cloudery. This is
I
kind of
was like,
iconic.
oh no. He was like, oh my eyes, I can't read the teleprompter sometimes. Everybody's like, oh Al. Oh
Al.
yeah.
Alfred.
Leading into Chris Judge, who, okay, I don't know whose fault it was, and I'm gonna say
It's the way you said, like, I don't know. I'm not trying to pass the blame, but
because I know me, and maybe I know Cresta enough to where if they don't play the get off music, I'm gonna keep going. This is my time.
oh no, I'm gonna keep it. nah, because
No?
if you play the get off music, now I'm indignant.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna try to wrap it up. Wrap it up.
Because again, I don't know whose fault it was, because he kept going with his speech, his acceptance speech. He took some time. He took like pauses.
Because he
Like,
was like, clap. I said two things. Clap. Stop playing with boy. Clap.
and now I like to thank, and then I like to also thank, and then it was like, Oh, and then the music didn't come on. I saw and I looked at the timestamp and it was probably more than 5 minutes. It was a lot. It was longer than 5 minutes. And I was like, are we still
Yeah.
here? What's going on? And it felt like forever. And then they started playing the music, and with his voice, it made it sound so much cooler when he was talking. I was like, okay, this is God of War. What's going on?
And typically, when you hear the music, you as a performer, if you've ever accepted awards or anything, they'll be like, "Oh, they're playing the music. I guess I'm gonna say my side. Thank you guys so much. You have a wonderful evening. I'll see you guys in the next 3 awards. I'll be back." This man was like, "I don't care how much song they play. I have a song in my heart."
Yep, pretty much. It was wild to see. And then the whole thing was thrown off time.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was
Time
just
wise was a mess.
he oh, I figured out what it was. It was my phone. My
Uh,
phone was playing it again.
your phone has
That's so
gone
weird.
weird.
That's so weird. Why are you playing me, Siri? I'm right here. I was like, what is that sound? And then I looked at my phone, and it was on. Yeah, man, it took forever. The music emboldened him to keep going. And Jeff kept mentioning it throughout the show, like, oh, better be short, or like he kept mentioning the time, like, we gotta hurry up to the next thing, and it was just thrown
It
off the
killed
entire
it.
time. Yeah.
Listen, it's okay to be self-referential, but me as a clown myself, everyone knows comedy comes in threes. He did it the first time. Okay, you got 3 extra times. If you don't include that first time, you could have said it right after. Like, "Ugh, I hope I got enough time after that." One time in the middle of the show, and then maybe at the end. But almost every person, he was like,
And then some people that were up there with their acceptance speech, it felt like they got 15 seconds. And
I
then they
mean,
start playing the music. Yeah.
because oh boy, screwed up the time. Yo, it's the worst when you are
Oh,
running like a show that is
yeah.
on that has to be on time and someone goes over because now the rest of the show is screwed and you can't screw over the rest of the stars because of one person. I've seen that happen one time in real life, and that's a story for another time.
I mean, we see that in wrestling too, right? Like a lot
Yeah.
of times in wrestling, they're like, you're allotted this amount of time, but then the beginning acts, they take too long. They're like, well, you got to cut to this down to 5 minutes only. It's like, well, this sucks. But again, I don't know if it's whose fault. Maybe for next year, the two things that are going to be better are security
Yes.
and the sound person, the person that plays the music.
I I'm not blaming this. Mr. Judge. Can I call you Mr. Judge? This is you. I mean, I get it. I get it. 2 years in a row, winning something for God of War. I feel that. But at the same time, come on, Pippi. Come on, bitch. That was you.
So those are some. It started weird, ended weird, and there was a whole lot of stuff in the middle. But let's get going on these. Who actually won? What actually happened? We're gonna spend some time on some more than the others, but we had some predictions from last week.
Mhm.
And if you have any thoughts about the Game Awards, if you're like excited that one of your favorites won or something, send us a super chat or a KYN chat, and we'll check those out and read those. And if you're in the live chat, thank you so much. If you're watching this live or wherever you're watching this, whenever, leave a like on this video, please. That helps us out, puts us in the algorithm, gets more people coming by. And we do this every Saturday. So
Period.
yeah. So best esports event was like Cresta predicted, the 2022 League of Legends World Championship. Um, the only thing that I thought would happen would be Valorant somehow, but of course,
Mhm.
League of Legends is the biggest.
They always put on a good show. They do a lot, and I
And
respect it.
as somebody said, they had a Lil Nas X, so
That
of
was me.
course.
I was at some. Am I gonna be somebody? Tell me innocent.
Best esports coach. We didn't have any predictions here. It was Bazooka from Loud in Valorant. Shout out to them. Best esports team was Loud again. I don't know who this Loud is. Who's Loud? What's Loud?
Jennifer Lopez has a theme song. Let's get loud. I don't know.
Did she sponsor an esports team?
I mean, she does everything. Doesn't she
Might
have
as well.
clothes, a perfume? This girl does everything.
Might as
This
well
girl
get an
does everything.
esports.
Might as well.
but Loud won. Me and Cresta both thought it was going to be Gen G. These are all kind of the ones that they announced on the pre-show that were
Yeah.
like rapid fire. They're like, and best esports team. All right, and best esports coach, best esports event. I was like, okay, let's go, whatever. Best esports athlete. We thought it was going to be Faker. It was Yay from Cloud9 in Valorant.
Yay.
Yay. Best esports game. Cresta thought it was going to be Counter Strike. I thought it was going to be League. Valorant. Valorant won best esports game. I knew it was good. I know it's a good esports and it's
Mm.
getting popular. I didn't think it would win.
You know what this is giving me? Riot Games. Like, League of Legends didn't win, but Valorant did. Oh, I'm here to accept this award.
He puts on a different suit jacket. Yeah.
Yeah, I would like to speak to Valorant. No problem. I want to talk to League of Legends. No problem.
Yeah.
Good for them. Good for you, Rito James.
Sure, go for it. Most anticipated video game, and like both of us, both of us predicted, The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. Tears of the Kingdom, yes. Coming to Nintendo. That's insane. It's an
Yeah.
insane game. Looks great. When we saw the trailer, changed the world.
I mean, the only other game, I think, you know what? Nah, I will say that it might have been Hogwarts, but Hogwarts, due to controversy, blocked their own blessing because when they did announce it, everyone in the crowd was booing. They were like, "Here are the nominees." It came to Hogwarts. We were like, "Boo!" So,
except that one kid, yeah. Best adaptation one was Arcane. We both predicted it was going to be Arcane. Super dope to see that. Best debut indie. Oh boy, I'm so happy. We both predicted that it was going to be Stray, and I'm so happy this is the one that we were like, Stray has to take this.
Win something, please.
Win something. And then Stray did come out with two of them out of the whole event, but this was the first one. Best debut indie was Stray from Annapurna Interactive, and what a cute little game it was.
And I think it was at this point where we're like, okay, now I'm not voting with my head. I'm voting with my heart.
Yeah.
Because I think I had also said, listen, I feel like Stray is going to win something else. So maybe Tunic.
Yeah. Content creator of the year, Cresta voted Jules the Human, which is me. But I thought it was gonna be Ludwig. Ludwig ended up winning.
Yeah.
He wasn't there though. It's whatever. It's cool.
I mean, you would have been there.
I would have been there.
So what's going on with that? Jules the Human, content creator of the year.
I would have competed with Best Dressed for sure. He was.
Come on now.
Chris was wearing gold. I would have tried something out. You know.
You've been silver.
Yeah, painted my face silver, like Silver Surfer or something. Best multiplayer game, Cresta predicted it was going to be multiverses. I predicted it was going to be Overwatch 2. It was Splatoon 3. Splatoon 3.
Gooped.
Yeah.
I was quite honestly surprised, especially with how well Multiverses did this year.
Yeah.
So
did they? We'll go down it, but I think they won something else.
They did win something else as well.
Okay. Yeah, I see it right here. But yeah, best multiplayer was Splatoon 3. Okay. Best simulation and strategy game. Cresta predicted it correctly. It was Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope. Do people just see the Mario? Is that the Mario name? I don't know how many people are picking up these Rabbids games.
I mean, I do watch a lot of speed runs, and there's a large speed run community for the Mario Raven Rabbids thing. If you like that strategy XCOM kind of situation where you really have to place and think of how this person's going to interact with this person and how that apparently XCOM is really hard. This is a step below it where you can it's accessible. It's accessible.
Very cool.
It can be hard, but it's accessible. So
best family game. We did not predict this one.
Not at all.
Best family game winner was Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Shout out to Kirby. Even the person picking it up was like, shout out to this little guy, you know?
Come on. I really thought it was going to be Lego. Like, family, everyone loves Star Wars. Come on. These are not the joys you're looking for. Everyone loves Star Wars. But clearly, everyone loves Kirby. So my apologies, Mr. Kirby man.
This one's pretty big too. Best fighting game. We both predicted it.
Mhm.
Multiverses wins best fighting game, beating out DNF Duel, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, The King of Fighters 15, and Sifu. Um, yeah, this was the best one that came out this year. No, hands down.
Also, if you were watching on Twitch, they gave you a bunch of codes for like Sifu, Among Us, for Steam and Epic Games. So check your Twitch drops because I just when you said Sifu, that reminded me. I think they gave you the game for free.
Oh, no way.
Because I know like I have Fall Guys on Steam, but it's a game Epic Games Fall Guys code. So like check your drops on Twitch. Also Steam, I know if you were logged in to watch, yeah, but check your drops. That just reminded me of that because they were giving it away and I don't know when it expires.
Whatever I have, I don't care. I did not win a Steam Deck, and I'm
Ah,
mad.
I respect that. User zero
I'm
eight
mad.
three four nine six four nine eight 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 one four
Wins
times.
wins their wins their 10th Steam Deck, and I'm like, oh man, come on.
Darn.
Best role-playing game. We both wanted it because Pokemon Legends Arceus is not
Mhm.
nominated for anything else. So we were like, come on, Pokemon Legends. But best role-playing game, Elden Ring.
That
Uh,
pesky Elden Ring.
uh
All over it, up and
yeah,
down.
and God of War, because we're getting to the bigger ones.
Yeah, pesky Elden Ring, pesky God of War. Anyone else, if you thought you had no chance, that's what you got.
I was actually really happy that I think this was one of the first ones of these big ones, but I think Elden Ring won, and I was like, oh my god, thank you, because God of
Mhm.
War was taking a ton of them, and I was
Yes.
like, oh my god, is God of War just gonna outshine everything? I was like, I got kind of
Mhm.
mad too. I was like, is Elden Ring gonna get anything? Like they deserve something. Come on.
And we talked about this on our God of War episode, and even the episode I think before this, how it'd be a little unfair that Elden Ring people been playing it for the entire year, finding new ways to beat it, find new Easter eggs, the whole 9 yards, for God of War to be released 2 weeks before the Game Awards and scoop up the competition. So I
Yeah.
mean, it's nice to. I mean, they won Game of the Year. Come on now, come
Yeah,
on now.
I'm cool with
So
that. I was so happy. I was like,
yeah,
God of War doesn't need it. Then I'm gonna become mad, but then Elden Ring got it. But
yeah.
so Elden Ring picks up best role playing game, best action adventure game. Or I thought it was gonna be God of War. You said it was gonna be Stray. It did end up being God of War here. I wanted Stray to pick up this one just
When I
because
watched the show back, I agreed that it's probably gonna be God of War, but I
it's
was
probably gonna be
locking
God
in
of War.
those
Yeah,
I was locking in those there's a vote with my heart at that point. It was straight. It's in my
yeah, yeah,
heart.
yeah.
But straight won something, so it works out.
Can we talk about how this is Horizon Forbidden West was put in here for best action adventure game, and I don't think they won anything.
I don't think either. I think they showed off a new one where they're gonna be like in Hollywood or something like that.
Mhm.
And again, that art style is superb for something as gritty as that to be that bright. Because most games that are that gritty are often hued darker. God of War, Elden Ring, Demon Souls, if you will, even Bayonetta. To
Yeah,
have Horizon Forbidden West be like so bright, but it's still gritty. It's a snub, really, and I don't
yeah.
like it.
They got snubbed. Xenoblade got snubbed.
Yes, yes, darling.
With anything, that sucks.
Cult of the Lamb 2,
Cult of
love.
the Lamb, yeah. The guy was there. The fit. He had the little lamb, the little lamb
Baba
plushie.
Black Sheep.
I'm just glad he went. He looked pretty cool. He looked fly. We have best action game, and the winner predicted by Cresta, Bayonetta 3. Bayonetta 3.
Bayonet.
I
Don't
mean,
forget.
I don't think Call of Duty won anything either, because I thought it was going to be Call of Duty. Call of Duty didn't win any awards.
I am biased. Call of Duty deserves nothing. Okay.
Oh, for sure. Totally agree. But I thought they had a big enough fan base,
Same. Same.
bigger than
Same.
Bayonetta 3.
Well, Bayonetta only really got a knock because of the controversy with the voice acting and whatever it is. But everyone and their mama and their uncle and their bald headed grandmammy was excited for Bayonetta 3.
Sure.
So,
Innovation in accessibility was God of War. We both predicted that.
mhm.
God of War, pretty cool. Best community support, which is pretty awesome. Final
You
Fantasy
sway me.
14. Yeah, they're great. Final Fantasy 14, best community. Super dope. They win. I think this is one of the only ones. Final Fantasy came out with like one or two, I think. But
Yes.
Final Fantasy 14, best community support. It's great. I'm playing it again and I'm having such a good time.
Honestly, with all of the glamour, that's how they get. I honestly just want to play that game to
So
get
pretty.
glamour, to get glamour. Because I don't care if I die, I'm gonna be a bad bitch on the
I
floor.
gotta show you my character because my character, she's hot. And I'm like, yes.
Yes,
And like wearing some cool stuff. And it's like
yes.
armor, but it's like a little, it's great. It looks cool. And
My only complaint is when there are class or species locked stuff. I want to have high heel boots. I don't care. I have rabbit feet. I don't care.
I don't, yeah. Well, it just looks a little different. I think you can do everything there on Final Fantasy, but it just looks a little different.
Like totally sidetracking because we're good for
Sure.
that. Dancers, I think their default thing is like this really high heel boot, but looks like a cage,
Yeah.
but only they can wear it. And I'm like, oh, you
Oh, yeah.
kidding
Class
me?
specific. Yeah.
Oh, I want
But
that.
the difference between Final Fantasy and WoW, you can have one character and they could be all the classes.
Yeah, no, I will give that to Final Fantasy because I don't want to level a warrior if I already got a rogue, and I don't want to level a mage if I already have a priest.
You can't fight the icons if you ain't cute. Yeah, I understood that. Yeah. You gotta be cute. Find them. You gotta be
I
cute for
didn't get
sure.
it, but I understand. Like, how can I defend the universe if I look like a bum? How?
Yeah,
How?
and I look like a bum in WoW right now because I'm level 10. I look
That's okay.
ugly. Nothing
We all wore
matches.
greens at one time, baby. It's
Oh my god.
fine.
I look so bad compared to my Final Fantasy character. Best mobile game. I wanted Apex Legends Mobile to win. You picked Tower Fantasy because a lot of people were into it
Mhm.
this year. And out of nowhere, something that released a month ago, Marvel Snap. I'm Marvel Snap wins. I'm a huge fan of this game. I'm playing it consistently, and that's pretty cool. They just released a music video, kind of like how League of Legends does it. They released a music video with a bunch of really cool art. And I was like, yo, this is crazy. And they win best mobile game. And I was like, wow, this is dope.
I didn't
And
even know it was a mobile game.
it's a mobile game. Yeah. Well, you could play it on PC, but
Yeah.
yeah, mostly mobile game. My cards look, it's just pretty cards. It looks really
Okay.
pretty. Deck builder and all that. But we get free daily login stuff because they
I
won, I
love
guess.
free.
So I'm like,
Free is in
yay,
my
we
budget.
win. We all win. Yes. Best indie game, we both predicted Stray, and
Yes.
Stray did become the winner.
I put all
Best,
my eggs in the stray basket.
so it won, what was it? Best debut indie
Mhm.
and best indie game.
I mean, honestly, between Stray, Tunic, and Cult of the Lamb, nothing against, like I said last time, Neon White or Sifu. Stray, that game had a grip on the larger video game community. The biggest complaint was that it was too short. That
Yeah.
if that is your complaint, of all the things to complain about, that people wanted to play your game more. What a complaint to have. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's like going to a restaurant. My only complaint is that there wasn't more of this food because I want to eat more.
Or that I couldn't eat as much. Like my tummy
Yeah.
got full. Yeah.
The fact that I feel like I'm about to burst, that's my only
Yeah.
complaint. At least I can take
Yeah.
it home.
That's Stray in a nutshell for sure. But everybody loved it. Best
Yeah,
debut indie and best indie game. I'm so happy for them. And they
same.
they won the ones that mattered, really. Like out of all the indie games, they're the top. Like these other AAA games are like in another league, but just because of
Yeah.
the money behind it. But them winning
But
best
even
debut indie.
then,
Yeah. It was, I mean, it still played really well.
mhm,
It was still really good.
I
Um
feel like Stray could get picked up by a AAA, like by a
oh
AAA
yeah.
company. If there's a Stray 2 or something of that same vein, was a stray dog? Rabbit. Instead of Stray, name it Rabbit. You're a dog
Get
with
get
rabies running around.
get what's his name, Stephen King in and make it Cujo or something.
Bruh. So, okay, I have Stray, never played it, but this is free and I want to be credited if you steal it. But have it called Rabbit or Cujo, and you're a dog who's super smart trying to find the cure to rabies, so they'll put you down.
I have rabies. I have these urges. I can't stop.
I turn into a werewolf.
Yeah, like a play on the werewolf turn. Yeah. But he's just
That's 10 out of
foaming.
10.
Yeah.
I'm foaming, bro.
Cujo coming best indie game next year for sure. Best ongoing game, we both predicted it, and it's Final Fantasy 14
Hmm.
was the winner. I thought possibly Fortnite had it, but again, like I think Fortnite has the bigger community, but like I guess Final Fantasy 14 community was more active, you know? I don't know.
Everyone who plays Fortnite is 3. So they can't vote. They can't legally go online and vote. I'm kidding.
True.
I don't know. I just Fortnite is one of those games kind of like Minecraft where I assume everyone who's playing is really, really young and they don't care about stuff like this because I'm still gonna play Fortnite.
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
Final Fantasy, World of Warcraft, even COD, I feel like it's an older fan base where like I care about this. I want my stuff to get recognition. So that makes sense. I do agree that I think Fortnite has the bigger fan base, but Final Fantasy, everyone's nice.
Yeah.
They're serious. They all look good because there's no excuse for a character not to look good in Final Fantasy. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And they're all like older. They know how to work these like how to
These
vote and all that.
interwebs. Well,
Yeah,
not
the
too
interwebs.
old. We gotta call your grandbaby. How I get on this side, baby?
Yeah. Best performance, Christopher Judge. We already went over all of that stuff. He won. He was the first winner of the night. Best audio design was God of War Ragnarok. I haven't heard about the audio design, but these two tie in together. Best audio design and best score and music, both of them God of War. At this time, it looked like it was going to be a God of War sweep pretty
Not
much.
that.
There was like there wasn't anybody else winning. Elden Ring won like one, but like God of War won a ton.
I'm slowly
And
becoming Mother Teresa right now. My sea shanty scarf is not
it's
she
okay.
shantying.
We're almost done. It's all good. You don't
Then
have
the
to
home
see Shanty
stretch, ladies and
for
gentlemen.
that much longer. But yeah, God of War won best score, taking it from who we thought was going to be Metal Hellsinger. Thought Metal Hellsinger was going to win. But
Same.
God of War won both score and music and audio design. I don't know. Has anyone played God of War yet? How's the audio? How good can it be?
I feel like how good can it be to beat out a game that's specifically made for music? Come on now, that's like beating out Rock Band or Guitar Hero or a Trombone Hero.
Yeah, Trombone Hero should have been best indie, but
honestly,
but yeah, like this Metal Hellsinger specifically, each level's made with the song in mind, and they intertwine together. So I don't know. God of War won it. Metal
not
Hellsinger was
mad,
robbed.
but
Yeah. Best art direction though. Here's another Elden Ring win. You thought it was gonna be Horizon Forbidden West because, like you said, it did look beautiful. I thought Scorn looked beautiful in a different way. It just looked beautifully ugly. But Elden Ring ended up picking up the best art direction. And I mean, I like that they went up there for some of these and they referenced George R. R. Martin because I totally forgot that he wrote some of the story and like helped design all that stuff. The person that wrote Game of Thrones and all those books and stuff. So I totally forgot about that.
I love that. Come on now. We love giving credit not only on paper but in public.
Yeah. So Elden Ring wins another one for art direction. Best narrative, we both predicted it, and it did win. God of War. We gotta count all these. How many did God of War win? How many did Elden Ring win?
You get on that and I'll get the counting. Hold
on. But yeah, God of War Ragnarok ended up winning best narrative, beating out Elden Ring, Plague Tale. I don't think a Plague Tale won anything either. So Plague Tale, Horizon Forbidden West, those are some other big ones that didn't pick up any wins.
And Plague Tale, they had a bunch of trailers for it throughout the whole show.
Yeah.
And it is a very well, I think, wait, didn't the girl who played the main character no, Christopher Judge won that. Never mind. Never mind.
She didn't even win that?
Darn.
But God of War, another win, best narrative, best game direction, and these last two, best game direction was Elden Ring for best game direction, beating out Horizon Forbidden West again, Stray, of course, God of War, and then game of the year, Elden Ring, the final winner of the night. Shout out to Stray though. I
Mhm.
see Stray getting nominated there.
Hanging in there, would not leave. Straight is like, I am
Fighting,
here, meow, clawing to
yeah,
the top.
fighting the big dogs of Horizon Forbidden West, Xenoblade Chronicles 3,
Mhm.
Plague Tale, God of War, Elden Ring, and Stray's just there pawing at the legs of
Like Puss in
Kratos.
Boots, the Puss in Boots
Yeah.
of the big four.
But I mean, this is kind of what we thought, right? Like, this is
Yeah,
what you're not surprised, right, Cresta? Like, Elden Ring won a lot, God of War won a lot. It was kind of their two nights. Like, this
yeah.
is what we thought was going to happen.
I mean, rightfully so. As much as I like Cult of the Lamb and Tunic, I believe rightfully so. The indie, best debut indie, had to go to Stray. It was such a good game. And again, to have something quote unquote be an indie game, to be nominated up there with AAA titles for Game of the Year, Best Direction, you got to give credit where credit is due. Also, I'm genuinely gooped that Elden Ring won Game of the Year, considering how much, to quote Kenny Omega, God of War was sweeping he was the cleaner. He's the cleaner out there. So I'm not upset. I think Elden Ring absolutely deserves it. Never played it, but like I said, in covering and doing things on this show, most of our shows, like maybe out of the 10 episodes, out of 14 episodes, 10 of them we have mentioned Elden Ring, including these past 2 ones. So I got to give credit where credit is due.
So yeah, that was the Game Awards. A lot of weird, a lot of wild, a lot
It
of
was a
crazy.
weird, cool sandwich because the bookends were weird. In the middle, the meat, the premieres, everything was really cool. It was really
Yeah.
good.
There was a ton of premieres, a ton of new stuff, a lot of announcements for games that people were like, "Oh my god, they're making another
Mhm.
this is coming for that, this is coming."
A
And
prequel to Bayonetta, yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. But there's a ton of stuff, and we would still love to know your thoughts. Send us super chats or KY in chat. KY in chat works always, all the time. KYInchat.com. There's a link in the description of this video. But that was sort of the end of our Game Awards stuff. We did a video last week, and we're talking about the winners and all that stuff. And then next week, next Saturday, we're going to be talking about some more gaming weird stuff. But before then, Cresta, where can they find you during the week?
In my bed. You guys can find me on Twitter at Cresta the Star. There is a link in my bio to my link tree that'll take you to all things that is Cresta Star. So if you can type on your keyboards Cresta Star with 2 R's, you can find me on Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok. On Thursdays, you can find me over on Fightful covering the post-Impact show. Myself and Joe Pearl go over everything that's happened on Impact Wrestling. I love it. You love it. And Saturdays, I am here with the illustrious, the beautiful, the young, the handsome, the talented, the articulate Jules the Human, 4 p.m. Gaming Gone Weird. And speaking of Jules the Human, where can they find you, Jules the Human?
Find me in World of Warcraft, probably. But I'm Jules the Human. I am on Twitch all the time, twitch.tv/Jules the Human, Jules the Human. On Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, I have another podcast called the Jules the Man Anime Hour. We are going through a new anime called Gotcha Man Crowds, and it's a brand new one that we're checking out, and it looks pretty cool. It's pretty dope. And we're doing that on YouTube, youtube.com/Jules the Human. So yeah, but again, we're here every Saturday. Leave a like on this video. Talk to us, find us on the internet, come say hi, and thank you for being here, and thanks for indulging us in all the craziness that was the Game Awards. And we'll see you next week.
Bye, guys. Thank you so much for being here.